Everyone has had this happen. Everyone. At least once. A moment. A singular event or happenstance that goes against everything that you've learned. Everything that you've been told. But you know the moment happened. Perhaps you've locked it away as a strange experience and moved on, as pretty much most of us do, especially here in the West. Time might diminish its initial power, but not its memory. It's something you cannot forget. There's something nagging about it. For that moment, your worldview changed. Your waking consciousness couldn't come up with an easy explanation. If only it could be easily understood. In time, maybe it becomes a silly anecdote, a story about that one time where you saw something, felt something, or even did something beyond normal. For some of us, these moments change our lives. They guide us to keep seeking similar experiences. They become more than a half-forgotten story. The rest are left to merely ask, what is this? Hello, my name is Douglas, and welcome to What Magic Is This?, a podcast whirling about the strangely fecund landscapes. I am your host and guide on this journey in which we will be talking about magic, the occult, the esoteric, and anything else lurking in the corners of these weird climes. For 15 years, I have studied and practiced many forms of magic. Hopefully, as these episodes progress, you'll get to learn a bit more about me, and more importantly, about magic and its place in a world that seems convinced there is none. Now, most podcasts dealing with magic tend to be by magicians for magicians. Some of these are my favorite things in the world. They're smart, amusing, and informative, but they exist in a kind of bubble and ignore one very important fact. Most people don't think that magic is real, nor do they have any idea as to what it is. Magicians talking to magicians and other like-minded people can create a celebratory, self-satisfied echo chamber. While I value these platforms and communities, they can at times come across as repetitive, tiresome, and boring. And for any regular folk wanting to learn about magic, listening to these podcasts will leave them woefully lost. They'll play along for a good hour or so, then move on, feeling confused and or being left out of the loop. Unfortunate, to say the least. What Magic Is This is a bit different. My approach is to talk with people from all walks of life who generally aren't magicians. The hope is to bring on board intelligent, curious individuals and provide you, the listener, with an accessible route to understand magic. Each episode, my guest and I discuss a topic that pertains to magic, allowing for a natural back and forth. Our goal is to approach magic in an open and relatable way, thus my guests are encouraged to ask any question that occurs to them. We approach magic in a manner that is a bit unorthodox to a magician maybe, but it might appeal to those of you who want to learn more. The format of the show is simple enough. First, I provide each guest with a choice of topics that they might want to discuss. Topics might include such broad subjects as Hermeticism, or perhaps a specific grimoire, a book of spells, or we might visit the Fool's Gallery of contemporary and historical figures, talk about a particular individual who added their peculiar perspective to the landscape of magic. Once chosen, we meet together at the recording table and allow a story to unfold. I hope that viewed through the eyes of someone with a general interest, magic will become more accessible and appealing to many more people. Well, that's the hope, at least. I am always eager to consider this topic from fresh vantages and encourage listeners to submit topics that might benefit the broadest range of people curious about magic. I've developed this show based on my belief that magic is, at bottom, a collection of stories. Beyond issues of metaphysics or epistemology, what magic gives us is an unending cavalcade of ideas in the form of a tale, one which seemingly has no beginning or end and unceasingly reveals itself in surprising ways. Spirits, the paranormal, the supernatural, and much, much more. Each story is a wellspring from which many ideas or concepts flow. The story of magic is of each of us, our worlds, and our place in the cosmos. We may get lucky and get to some kind of truth, but as the Native American proverb goes, there are no truths, only stories. So, if you're new to magic, curious about it in some way, you're in the right place. There's a warm spot waiting for you by the fire. But before taking your seat, I ask you to try and remember those strange moments, the ones you cannot explain. Your own experience will be needed here. If you're already a student of magic, thanks for the good company. I hope that everyone, from those with a flickering curiosity to those already with a deep appreciation, find something valuable in these episodes. But all of us together will get to explore the question, what magic is this? Talk to you soon.